Hi, my name's Jan Lansky. I want to talk about the features of our mini chain drive folding bicycle. This is our 2017 model. And here I'm going to start with the handlebars. I'm going to work my way across, then down, and then from front to back. So here we have bar ends, which are great to give you extra hand positions. And the mini bar ends are perfect on a folding bike because they don't get in the way of the fold. So I really appreciate these things. Ergonomic grips, you can see the shape of them is perfect for your hands. So it's very comfortable to hold. We have a Sturmey Archer 8-speed internal hub grip shifter, which is great. So this is very comparable to our Shimano Nexus shifter, 8-speed Nexus shifter, but it's a Sturmey Archer, which allows us to use a smaller chainring and a smaller cog combination to get the same gear range. So for the chain drive version, I actually prefer the Sturmey Archer setup a little bit more. So. Okay, and it has roughly a 300% gear range. I don't remember if it's roughly around 307% from low to high. Here we have awesome Tektro brake levers, a little comfort grip for your hands, make sure they don't slip. High-rise bars, which are great because you can rotate them forward or back, depending on the arm length of the rider. If the rider has longer arms, you just loosen these two removable faceplate bolts, not take them off, but loosen them. Rotate the handlebar forward and then tighten them back up. If they have longer arms, if they have shorter arms, do the same operation, loosen these two bolts, rotate it back, tighten them back up, so to try to close the distance. You know, the height is adjustable here by loosening the quick release and lifting up. You know, so if you have somebody who wants to sit upright, you can have them sitting taller. And if somebody wants to sit with the stem a little bit lower to the ground, I mean, that would be more aggressive. So lifting the stem up higher would get you sitting more upright, you know, and when it's lower, it's obviously a little bit more of a tuck position. So you go a little bit faster that way. But, you know, every rider can prefer, you know, can change our preferences based on, you know, change the bike depending on their preferences. So we have a front reflector right here, awesome bell, which I think is just great for every bike, folding, non-folding. Okay, here I'm going to kind of work my way down, but we have a little bag system we put on this bike. We're going to be introducing this bag system imminently within a month or so, and it comes on and off just by pressing a button. It pops on and off, so it's really cool, and it's actually a perfect system for folding bikes simply because the weight distribution on these folding bikes, especially with internal hubs, is towards the back of the bike. Hence, if you're going to carry weight, you want it closer towards the front of the bike to equate, you know, to make it roughly a 50-50 split. The problem of putting weight in the front of your bike is a lot of people put on their handlebar, and as you turn, the weight can shift and it can cause an accident or cause you to lose control of your bike. So having it attached to the frame, and that's exactly what we have here. We have this little clamp that attaches directly to the frame, so it does not affect your steering in any way, shape, and or form. So it's safe, and it's exactly where the weight should be distributed. So it's really perfect. We have our little stem dial, which allows you to fold, which is cool, right here, and unfolding. And that's in different video how to fold and unfold, so I'm just going to let that go. Okay, so here, right above and below, you know, on top and bottom, you see the integrated headset bearings are inside the frame itself. So this is really smooth, lightweight, very stylish, actually. It's very nice. Awesome little 16-inch wheel fork. Tektro V-brake calipers, which are they perform perfectly with these machine sidewall rims, double wall rims. So these are really strong rims. As you minimize the radius of, you know, bicycle wheels, they get stronger. So 16-inch, these are 16-inch 305 wheels. There are two different size 16-inch wheels. These are the more popular size, the 305s. So these are really strong simply because they're small diameter. And when you have a double wall, it makes them ridiculously strong. So these are going to be able to hold up for quite a while for almost everybody. And the machine sidewalls make sure that, you know, the brakes are actually going to bite down something rough, a rough surface, to make sure they stop faster. All right, so if we continue, let me move this a little bit. Okay, the frame, beautiful welds here. Nice little curvature onto the frame, and we extended this frame about 1/4 inch for 2017, so this is actually a little bit longer than our previous model. It's really beautiful, it's perfect. All right, we have a little safety lock in our quick release here. If this, disengages while you're riding, it's still not going to fold. I did that in the folding and unfolding video. Okay, so we have awesome pedals here. Cold forged cranks are really nice. And we have a little protector here for your pants. Make sure your pants aren't getting greasy and stuff. And what's really nice about our chain drive internal hub mini is the fact that it uses stainless steel chain. So stainless steel does rust for those boaters out there that are looking for something that's not going to rust. Stainless steel will eventually rust, but it's 100 times better than any carbon-based steel chain you're going to find in the market. So it'll take a very long time to rust, and it'll be minimal for the most part. So this is a really nice chain, especially for people, in a marine-based environment. Very sweet, very smooth, much nicer than any carbon-based steel chain you're going to find. All right, as I move back, well, here we have the little frame protector on the bottom, and we have an awesome gear range here. Because of Sturmey Archer hub, we're able to use a lot nicer of a little combination to get the same gear range that we do on a belt drive mini. The belt drive mini required the Shimano hub, whereas the chain drive, we could choose either one, and the smaller chain ring and the bigger cog are actually perfect with the Sturmey Archer hub, and we're able to get the same gear range, so it's really nice. All right, so as I move back, you see, this frame is beautiful. Curvature is really nice. The Sturmey Archer hub is just beautiful. Beautiful, shiny. It's impeccable. Sturmey Archer is one of the oldest bike companies there are, much older than Shimano. Okay, so here we have our rack, and it's a nice aluminum rack for a small wheel bike. So it's nice. Nice rear fender. We don't put a front fender on. The reason we don't put a front fender on is because, especially with the smaller wheels, the frame's going to act as a fender because you're sitting so high above the front wheel. And the rear fender is a different story. Spray from the rear is going to get all over your back. So if you're riding it through muck, rain, and everything, so we definitely put a rear fender on. That's more of a requirement. The front, on a 16-inch wheel model, I don't believe is a requirement. So very nice rear fender, lightweight, plastic. And, okay, little chain tugs back here, so you can adjust the chain tension by adjusting these tugs on the back. You have to loosen the axle and then tighten these, and they'll actually pull it back if you need to tighten the chain. If there's a little bit of chain stretch over time, that's something you might want to do. So we added some nice new features for 2017. The rack is new. We didn't have the rack on our mini lineup. We didn't have the rear fender before. And in addition, on this side, I'll just drop it down, we have a little kickstand, which again is also new. So these three features are new for 2017. And if you decide to use your own fenders, if you have your own kind of style, coloring that you want to choose, it's ready for everything. We have water bottle braze-ons as well. But as it is, I think it's perfect to just have it there for you, just in case. So thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it.